Today is also Ministry Sunday, and I would like to ask Francis Mathis to step forward and offer a few words.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. Oh, yay, we got it working this time. I'm happy to introduce our ministry spotlight for this month. And for those that are aware, or it might have been a couple of months since we've done this, we do this as a reintroduction of all our ministries that we have at our parish, which we are so blessed to have as many as we do. So we just spotlight 2 a month. And then afterwards, because it's just a very short couple of minutes that they will speak about their ministry, we invite everyone that is interested to learn more or how they can volunteer or sign up for that particular ministry to join them in the hall. There's a table set up for each ministry. Today, we have 2 wonderful, and as appropriate as it is, youth ministries today. We are talking about Goya and Angels, Hope, and Joy. Both of these ministries' goals for the youth is to help build a strong bond with their Orthodox friends and lay out a strong foundation and tradition of our Orthodox faith through worship, fellowship, and service. So I would like to begin today by introducing Angels, Hope, and Joy, which is children that start from pre-kindergarten to 6th grade. And I will introduce Sam Forehand.
Do you want your child to grow up with a casual relationship to church? Is the plan that when it's time for them to leave home, pray they do the best they can to find their way with whatever they can remember from what we heard on Sunday mornings in the nave? Do you want to teach them how to hold to the evolving values of whatever dominant culture they may find themselves living, working, going to school in? Or do you want them to be one of those people that make Christ and the church a reference point for every aspect of their whole life? Well, if that's not you, you really don't want your child to be an Angels, Hope, and Joy. Because Angels, Hope, and Joy is where their lifetime of participation in parish life begins. And the thing is, it normally is not on Sunday. For example, you're going to have to spend a lot of time other than those Sunday mornings at church, bringing your child out, getting them back and forth. This event they have going on right now, was it the first Saturday after Labor Day? You think it's hard to get to church, 10 o'clock? Also, how about just be here 10:30 on Saturday? We'll do 2 days in a row with Dan the Animal Man. Your child's going to want to come. Then they're going to hear about the other things we're going to do. They're going to listen to all the crazy events that happen throughout the year. For some reason, 40 days before Christmas, we all gather for vegan pizza and hummus and dolmades and decorate a Christmas tree. They want to be here. Now, I've been studying this organization a little bit, and I'm going to tell you, I've identified it as a presumptive gateway organization, if not an outright recruiting arm. Because by this point in the year, your kid's going to have friends. They're going to want to get involved in Sunday school. They're going to want to be in the nativity play. And what they don't tell you is once you join the nativity pageant, you know what happens the second Saturday before Christmas? Practice for the nativity pageant is the second Sunday before Christmas. So whatever plans you had that day, you're going to be here. Of course, now by this time, your child is going to start talking about what else they can do to make more friends. They've been having friends at Angels Hope and Joy. They got their friends in Sunday school. They're going to want to join the Greek school. They may want to be in the altar. At least the altar boys are done about the same time church is over. Greek school gets done at 1 o'clock. Then they want to go to the Raleigh Greek Festival. They hear the Hellenic Dance Festival is going to be in Winston-Salem next year. Guess what they want to do? They want to join Greek dance. Greek dance gets out at 2 o'clock. For younger kids, the older kids get out at 3 o'clock. So you're going to be here. And what do all these ministries have to do with each other? Well, that might not be the question your kid's thinking about. Because where we see ministry, kids just see my friends. I've got my friends from Angels Hope and Joy. I've got my friends in Sunday school. I've got my friends at the altar. I've got my friends in Greek school. I've got my friends in Greek dance. They want to be there. You'll be at church so long on Sundays that people to whom you had just said goodbye at coffee hour will be coming back to church in new clothes for different events. And your child will see that because those events are basketball. It is older children playing basketball and volleyball and having fun, and they're going to decide, I want to be in Goya. Now, normally this should work itself out, that by the time they get done with high school, Goya's kind of done with them. Maybe they'll flow back into that dominant culture. But if Angels Hope and Joy has been working with them since they were 3 years old to orient everything toward a life in Christ, they're not going to make the leap right back into the world. They're going to join the Young Adult League. And then as soon as that happens, the Ladies Philoptico Society is going to try to recruit them. Somebody's going to be pledging to the Order of a HEPA, and you can ride those out right until St. Anthony's group invites you to monthly Tuesday spaghetti. And one day they'll wake up in that group and think, I have lived my entire life in parish life. Now, if you're looking for that, you don't want them to grow up with a casual, socially acceptable relationship with church. If you do want them to learn how to gravitate toward the evolving values of any dominant culture from time to time, and you don't want them to be one of those people who makes Christ, the church, their parish, a reference point for their entire life, do not get them involved with Angels Hope and Joy. Because their lifetime of participation in parish life begins there. And if you don't watch yourself, it might be yours too.
So please do not get involved with Angels, Hopes, and Joy if you do not want to be here. But let me tell you, everything Sam said is spot on. My kids started in Angels, Hope, and Joy, and they are still very much involved. So it's a great organization, a great way to introduce them to our church, our faith, and our community. With that said, let me introduce to you Bryce and Jamie Livermore, who are the leads for Goya, which starts where Sam leaves off, from 7th grade to 12th grade, and where some of those practices end up after 3 or 4 o'clock. So hold on tight for that.
Good morning. We are the first gateway after Angels, Hope, and Joy. And like Francis said, our kids start at 7th grade and go through 12th. This is my 9th year and Bryce's 10th year with the ministry, our 3rd year's ministry leads. But what we'd really like you to hear is what our president, Marilyn Skelly, and our vice president, Rebecca Demos, have to say as they guide this organization forward.
Good morning. My name is Marilyn Skelly.
And I'm Rebecca Demos.
And we're your 2024 to 2025 Goya President and Vice President. We are so incredibly excited to lead Goya this year through faith and pride. We plan to make Goya an inclusive, God-centered group in which Goyans make lifelong friendships with one another.
We are kicking off our year today with the Goya Olympics along with Ice Cream Sundays to celebrate the beginning of another successful year. Additionally, we have several exciting events planned for the remainder of the year, including an escape room, a bonfire, several several service opportunities and activities, and a pool party.
Goyans and families can come find Rebecca, Jamie, Bryce, and I at the ministry table in the hall with any ideas or questions about this upcoming year. We are so thrilled to get this year underway.
Oh, children, thank you so much. Advisors, parents, for making our youth a beautiful ministry.